Right, we kind of knew futures would. I was looking at Walmart. Why was I looking at Walmart? Let's close it up. All right, we kind of knew this would happen. It would come in, and right now, and futures were pressured by, of course, the retail. I mean, target earnings. Nothing surprising there to me, at least. But this was a line, this was a line that futures were supposed to hold, 40.45. However, if anybody remembers this number from yesterday, 40.35 or 40.36, right? That was a number. That's exactly where this is headed. And there you go. So this is where it is headed. I look for a bounce here if it is an ephemeral bounce, but there will be a bounce. I don't doubt that. There will be a bounce here, and if we break below there, then we're looking for a push into 40.20. If we break 40.20, then obviously we are looking for 4,000 on futures. And I think it's the same thing that we charted yesterday for SPX as well. So same thing happening. No surprises there. It was pressured, of course, because of target earnings. Else probably we would have grounding, slowly grind down to this number or something like that, but the target earnings pressured that thing. And now we are looking for this to hit this number and bounce here. If that breaks, we're looking for a push into 40.21, then 4,000. That's how it's going to go. That's my downside. That's how I want to play my downside. Let's say if it hits here and starts to bounce, and 40.45 is my first thing. That's where the 50 is sitting. If that clears, then we're looking for a push into 40.60, 40.65. Then we're looking for a push into 40.73. That's my upside. Not plotting anything beyond 40.73 right now. So not plotting anything beyond the mean on the 1 hour right now. Once it clears the mean, then we'll probably look for sustained upside. However, mean would be a battle today, and I'm expecting the same on the ES side. SPX side of things. So yep, and yeah, so nothing crazy. Everything looks decent here. 4,000. And now, if 4,000 breaks, that would be a different story altogether. So 4,000 should act as some sort of a solid resistance. And should that break, then we are looking for a push into 39.80. Where is that level? It's not showing up here. It should be somewhere on the daily, perhaps. Uh, yeah, I got it. I got it. All right, so 39.70, probably 39.80. I don't know where I got that number from, but let's say 39.70. So this is the number that you're looking for. It's not even there. Right about here. 39.70 is what we're looking for. I don't know where I got that 39.80 from. Perhaps that was on the SPX side of things. But should 4,000 break, then we're looking for a push into 39.70. And I would be shorting Tesla. First thing I would be doing if the market starts to pull back in, I would be shorting Tesla. I'm looking for 726, 712, and then 700 on Tesla. I haven't seen Tesla chart where it is right now, but that's the trajectory I want it to go. However, if it starts to push to the upside, then we are looking for a push into 40.65, right? That was the number after 40.37, 40.36. The next was 40.65 and 40.91. So that range remains intact. 40.30, whatever this number is, then, where is that? 40, 40.60, right about. Nope, nope. I don't know where that number went. It should be from here, I guess. I don't know. So on the future side of things, looks like 40.80 is the one that we want to be watching. If that clears, then we're looking for a push into 41 to the upside. And if 41 clears, then we're looking for a push into the mean right about here, 41.34. That's my trajectory to the upside. But for now, I think I'm not, this is my base case, 40.79 for the futures. And if that clears, 41 is my good to have. Not plotting anything beyond 41 to 41.10. However, if that clears, then we have a clean shot at the mean sitting at about 41.36. And not plotting anything beyond this right now. If in fact, if it clears the mean, then we'll start looking for, upside, sustained upside, perhaps. And now let's look at VIX. Rather, let's look at Apple first. Apple on the higher time frame, I think because this number did not get hit, the 200, sorry, the 100 moving average on the weekly, it was almost there, but for whatever reason, this stock was bought up. I did not understand. I still don't understand, but it is what it is, right? If it is being bought up, it is being bought up. And if it starts to come back in, again, this would be the line I would be watching, 143.72, for it to break below there and look for a push into 137. That's to the downside. For now, this is where we are looking for. And 130, 143.80, that's a number that we're looking for. Would I trade based on this? Nope, absolutely not. And what would I do? I would go back, obviously, into my uh, and these are the numbers that you need to be keeping a watch on, or because higher time frames, because of higher time frames, you want to be keeping a watch on this one. Right now, it's trading about 146. So the upside would be 148, which is the five. If that clears, then we're looking for a hit of eight, 149.70. And if that clears, then we'll look for a sustained upside after that. For now, this is where I want to be capped. So everything remains intact just from yesterday. The range is the same. But here's the chart that I watch all the time, 1 hour chart. And to a T, it hit that and came right back in. By the way, I'm still holding Apple short from yesterday, and it is still coming back in. And my expectation is that it would break this, most likely try to hit this number here, 145.74. That's my expectation. Should it
And you,
bounce from here?
sorry, and you said you're not trading the SPY based on Apple today?
I am. I am.
Oh, you am. Okay, sorry,
Yep.
my bad.
Yep. I was short Apple yesterday, right? As a hedge, I was short. I was long markets, but I was short Apple just as a hedge in case, in case this exact scenario would come into fruition. I was short Apple. And most likely, I'll look for an exit somewhere around, if the if it actually reverses from here, even for a bounce, I would look for an exit right away. But then I'll look for putting the same short again around 147.60 or something. But the trajectory to the downside, let's say if it breaks here, then we're looking for a push into 146.07. This is my base case, and this is my good to have, 145.77. Should that break, then we're looking for a sustained push into 144.77. Then, of course, after this, this is the number everybody's watching, right? 143.80 or whatever this number is, the super trend. This is what everybody is watching. However, if you want to go a little further, this is where most majority of the market participants, this is where they're sitting, 138.25, or whatever this number corresponds to on the higher time frame. That is a 100 moving day average on the weekly. So yeah, and to the upside, I think if it starts to push to the upside, if it clears the eight, then we're looking for 152. So the game is being played between 152 to the upside and 143 to the downside. That's the range that you want to be playing in. And if that range breaks to the either to the upside or to the downside, then we'll change our stance and figure out other stuff with that. That's the range that you want to be playing with. And let's jump into VIX. VIX, I'm still kind of bearish. However, it is hitting this major moving average here. So a bounce, yeah, yeah, could you could expect a bounce here, and I think it is bouncing, 5% points. So fair enough, it is bouncing. And where can you expect the bounce to till it happen? Five. If it clears the five, then the eight, about 28, 24. This is what I'm watching for VIX to the upside. And again, if it breaks below there, then this is again pretty much sitting there at about 25.88 or something. This is the bigger picture. However, this is where I would keep an eye on VIX. Hit of right here. it cleared this number, then we're looking for a hit of this number, 2776. And my expectation for VIX is to kind of clean this number as well and probably hit this number, 2821. And this should correspond with this number, 2819 or something like that. So a major, this would be a major level to the upside for VIX to be tested. If it clears that level, then we'll look for a sustained push up into probably, yeah, 2820. That number seems to be very that number seems to have a lot of resistance. Should we clear that number, then we'll look for a sustained push into 2940 and above. And yeah, I'll be updating everything as as and when uh, events unfold. uh, yeah, it's actually, this is still intact to the downside, but let's see how this goes. And now coming back to SPX. And now let's open up SPX here itself. Where is SPY trading right now? Trading at around 403. Wow, that's a decent push down. Oh
Yeah, I was going to
boy.
say my target was 401.72, and it's getting ready to
Wow.
crack that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it easily. Oh wow. It's trading at 403. Closed at around what? 40 closed at
Closed
around
at 408.32 yesterday.
408. Wow. Fuck. That's a huge drop.
So it's that last reject bounce level from the yesterday morning is where it's sitting right now. If it
Yep.
breaks below 402.60, it's definitely heading a lot lower.
Yep. Yep. And where's that thing? Okay. So yeah, right now we were talking about this number, right? 4036, and boom, there it is, 4036. And if it can bounce here, the futures, and this is the line in the sand, and why we know in a minute. This is where it should bounce. If it can bounce there, then you're looking for a push into 4021. If that breaks, you're looking for a push into 4000. All right, let's push into SPX. On the higher time frame, looks like this is still the target. The 4140 or whatnot, this is still a target on the higher time frames. But as of now, not really looking at that. Downside 4066 was the number that it had to hold, but the futures seem to have pushed below that, and now 4036. However, to the upside, the range remains the same, guys. So now 4060, whatever this number is, to the upside. That's my base case to the upside. Should we clear that, then we're looking for a push into 4091. Again, 4091 clears, then we're looking for 4039. That's how it's going to be. And to the downside, where is that? Right. So this is still intact. This whole chart is still intact. So to the upside, we were looking for a push from 4030, which is about here, 4036, and then we have to cross. Now there's a new hurdle, 4045, that needs to be crossed. If that crossed, then we're looking for 4030, the 4065, 4065 cleans. Then we're looking for a push into 4090. So that remains same. If that clears, then we're looking for a push into 4051 or something like that. However, let's go back into the 1 hour chart. And this is where I operate. So this is the reason we were looking for that 4091 yesterday. And we kind of got that to a degree. Yeah, I think what was the range yesterday? 4090. Well, we kind of missed by a few cents there, but that's fine. 30 cents or something. But now this should have acted as some serious resistance here, and the retail sales came in a little, little less than expectations. So that's when we are looking at this sustained push down. 4060 should have been, it should have held this number. It could not, but now it should have held this number around within this range. It could not hold this. So now here it is. This is where it is headed, right? 4036, and it should bounce here. If the markets were to open, this is what we would have been looking for, 4036. And right now, if it breaks here, then we're looking for a push into 4033, and should we're still looking for a bounce here because this is the mean. We are still looking for a bounce between this range. But if that breaks, then we're looking for 4020, and that breaks, we're looking for 4000, right? And if 4000 breaks, then we are looking for 3980. This is where I got that number from, 3080. So if 3980 breaks, then we're looking for a push into 3960s. So this is the trajectory to the downside, and the trajectory to the upside is uh, still this number 4091. Right. So from 40, if the markets were to be open right now, 4035, 4036, from here we need to clear this number, 4060 or something. And if that clears, then we're looking for a push into this number. This is how it's going to be. So the range did not change at all. The number game is still between 4090 all the way through 3970, right? 3980, right about here. This is the, even if you want to tighten this range, so 4000 to 4000 or 4090. This is the range the game will be played between today. And if you look at Apple, and then you look at VIX, and then you look at SPX, and then whatever stock that you're playing, that's what you want to play with that. Right, drop in your thread for Instagram, please. Just throw the upside downside. Yep, yep, yep. We only got 4089. I'm gonna. Yep, yep, yep. All right, so that's the upside and that's the downside. Besides that, we got VIX range, Apple, we got futures. Anything else that we're watching? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
Go
at
ahead.
KSS right now.
What is
Their
that?
earnings are tomorrow morning, and they
KSS
got hammered
holds.
overnight. I wouldn't say they're consumer staple. I think they're more discretionary too.
Yeah, Colts is more discretionary too. Too. Yep.
So I'm really thinking that they're going to be like a Target and just tank.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
This these all will get hammered. From Etsy to Coles. This your whatever name that you want to call. That is anything that is other than required, right? Other than required, something like Walmart got hammered. So Walmart, you can't do away with Walmart at all. But these will get hammered. I don't doubt that. And the
so
other
there's
data point, uh-huh.
one thing that Kohl's doesn't have in common with them, and that's they always keep a lot of cash on hand. They were one of the pandemic survivors that didn't get hit as hard because
Hmm.
of the amount of cash they were able to raise.
Oh, yeah, the balance sheet is really nice. Yep, that's true.
So that's the only caveat to me taking them short.
Yep, and I don't know. There's this talk between. I mean, it's been a long time that it's there. The talk between what is that called? Amazon and this thing. So Kohl's is more and more becoming like a front door for Amazon, if you will, their showroom. And yeah, not showroom per se, but their warehouse. So Amazon, there are deep ties between Amazon and Kohl's. Seems like Kohl's is being used more and more like Amazon's warehouse and whatnot. So let's see how that plays out. Then one another data point that I've been watching is obviously this guy, right? So this is not what we want to see. Absolutely, I've been hammering this point every day for a week now, at least, or rather, 2 weeks now. This is not what we want to see. This is discouraging. Rather, I would want to see a 10-year push higher, and 10-year has to break this line here and start to push up. That's what we want to see with 10-year. Uh, Green red candle on 10-year is not a good thing for me. This is not a good thing for me. Now, if it can starts to come back in 9.2.9 and 2.95, this is not good. This is not good. I want to see 10-year, sustained upside in 10-year, and that would keep me, that would keep my faith in the market. So this needs to come back up, clean this number, and then start to push into this direction, not this direction. The average is still going up. The average is still healthy here to the upside. However, we don't want to see this kind of stuff, right? This is not what we want to see. Uh, that's other concern that I have right now. The 10 year, it is I would have expected by now to, even with Mr. Powell yesterday stating again that the interest rates would be, they would not let the pedal of the gas with respect to interest rates. Still, this did not move. That's weird. Now it is coming down on the weekly, and that looks like it will be sustained push back. All right, it's coming down. It's coming down here. So when you see the average, technicals on the average start to push down, which is the high Kanashi candles, then it will be meaningful. We got a red doji here. So if it starts to come back in, this is the number we are looking for, 2.78. I don't like that at all, at all. All right, so that's what I'm watching. Uh, Target, yeah. With respect to Target and Best Buy is Amazon showroom. Yep, yep. So with respect to Target, with respect to I don't believe the bottom is would be in so quick for Target. Target, where the heck is Target? Oh, I typed in the chart chat. What nonsense. All right. Whoa. Yeah, I don't think the bottom is in yet. I don't think for a while the bottom would be in. So probably it broke everything. So what are we looking for next? Whoa. Look at
I
that.
got
Look at,
158.93.
look at that where it stopped. Look at that thing. All right, so cool thing. So yeah, this is where it is headed now. 143.45. Most likely that's the case. Yeah. So this is where it is at. Next is 156. After that, it's headed for 144. Should that break, we are looking for 127. Should that break, we're looking for 107. Oh, and depending on how bad the earnings were, 28%, not too bad. I think they still added to their bottom line. The top line they missed, but the bottom line was good. I think it was the guidance. I think it was the guidance. I think they are expecting a serious slowdown in the traffic, perhaps this year, which I am also expecting. Target would be one of the hardest hit ones. And Target, why is it one of the hardest hit ones? Because this is in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't cater to the lower end of lower end of the customer like Walmart does. Neither it caters to the high end customer, something like maybe I don't know, the Gucci's on I don't know what the brands are, but it doesn't cater to those people. It doesn't cater to the Walmart kind of category. It basically Target caters to the wannabes. I don't know if that's a correct word, but yeah, people who want to kind of uh, they are not here, neither there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's the reason I think this will get crushed. And I think this is December 19. The pandemic lows were here around 92. Is it headed into 92? Hard to say, but next level is 143. This is where it is headed. But bear in mind that it has come down 25 points, 25% points, and it is sitting at a decent support here. So be careful while shorting this thing. And if you see it break below this number here, then go look for shorts. Otherwise, just leave it alone. Not a good time. You will get time to short it, but right now, because it's pushed down 25%, see for a break of the big below this number, right? It is sitting at a major moving average support and the super trend support. Should it break even slightly, go for it. Go short for it. 158. Then if that breaks, look for 156. Most likely a bounce there. Then look for 143. This is how you want to see this go. Walmart. We have time? Yeah, we have about another 5 minutes. Right. So, and while you are shorting Target, also keep an eye on Walmart. For whatever reason, if you see Walmart kind of tries to turn around, then it will pull Target along with it. However, this is where I would see probably Walmart is heading for this number 124 or something. This is where I want to see Walmart push into 124. And after that, most likely 121. If this trend continues to the downside, then look for continued short interest in. So this is where it is headed, right? Walmart is headed into this number, no questions there. So yeah, so I think if you're shorting Target, keep a look on Walmart. Absolutely imperative. Without looking at Walmart, you should not be shorting Target. All right, guys, 4 minutes to the open, and good luck with everything today. Looks like a clean day today. We did not short Tesla because the numbers are the same. Okay, the numbers are the same for Tesla. The numbers, the range did not change for Tesla. The same to the downside, 725, 716, 700, and to the upside, the same 786, 800, 812. The same range is applicable. My short interest, I want to short Tesla. Basically, my bias is to the downside. However, I would not go with my bias. I would strictly weigh in the technicals, especially the 1 hour technicals. That's how I want to play that. Cool thing. Good luck, and I'll see you in Sanity.